Hello, everybody. I am Pinstar, and this is Dungeon of the Endless. Yes, now this is just an introductory sneak peek at this game. At the moment, I'm not doing a full Let's Play of it, but if I get enough feedback wanting me to do a full run of this game, I will certainly abide. But I figure I would like to just give you guys a good, solid look at this game, just in case you're curious about it, see what the game's about, and see everything. Dungeon of the Endless is essentially a roguelike tower defense RPG. Yes, those three genres in a blender, mixed with some Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy style humor, and you've got a gorgeous game that is purposely pixelated in terms of the graphics. So I've been playing it nonstop. I love it, and I'm probably gonna be doing some articles on it. But we're not here for articles. We're here for gameplay. So let's get started. On a side note, this is made by Amplitude, the same people that made Endless Legend, which I am currently doing a Let's Play of. So yeah, that was the intro cinematic. Real quick and simple. Basically, prison ship is flying over a planet, the same planet that actually Endless Legend takes place on. Gets shut down by some automated defenses, and all of the different people on board crash land into some deep into the planet, into some ruins, and need to make their way back to the surface. You initially start with only 4 people, but as you recruit people along the way and have them live long enough, they will become unlocked and are able to be picked from the beginning. Now you can go with random heroes, or you only start with 2 people. Also, I'd like to note that the 2 difficulty settings are too easy, and both will kick your butt. I have not yet actually beat a full run of this game yet. It is hard, but it is the good kind of hard. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with Nurse Dina Ratchet and Gork Butcher Crozer, who looks suspiciously like Duke Nukem. She's got a little speed under her belt, got some higher wits. He is the big, slow, chunky meat cannon. So yeah, these 2 make a good pair for my start, and probably my favorite starting pair. So let's get started here. Pretty big explosion for a little escape pod. Alright, so just as a note here, the levels are procedurally generated, so no 2 games are ever the same. Okay, so here we got our crashed escape pod here, and only one way out. So we're going to select both of our guys here. Now the way this works, this is almost kind of turn-based, but it's also real-time, but with pause. It's easier to show than to explain. So, only thing to do here, by the way, this is our ship's power core. This, very important. This is the key to getting out of here. We need to protect this. Alright, we're in here, got some enemies. They're going to go after our crystal. We're not going to let them. And huzzah. So, there are 4 resources we have available to us. Industry allows us to build things, both modules that produce more resources, as well as defenses, like this prisoner prod. Rooms that have, well here, it's easier to show you. Rooms that have these big slots here can fit these. Usually there's no more than, I've never seen more than 1 of those in a room, and not every room has them. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an industry generator. This module makes more industry. We naturally get 5 industry per turn. This one will give us 3 more per turn. So we'll get that started. Zoop. There we go. Now, when I say turn, it's an interesting concept here. A turn passes, quote-unquote, every time you open a door. So we could sit here forever and our resources aren't going to go up. But the moment we open a door, then that's how many resources of each type we're going to gain. The other resources here, we have science. Science! This, once we find some endless crystals, allow us to research technologies, improve the quality of our defenses, improve the quality of our major modules, and get other good stuff going. Food. Food allows you to level up your people. And as they level up, they gain more stats, gain more abilities, and whatnot. It also allows you to do emergency healing in mid-combat to try and save people. And lastly, we have dust. Dust is not so much spent as it is occupied. When you power a room, and we just powered this room here, that's why you see the little yellow lines going on here, it costs you 10 dust. Now, the thing is, every turn, random enemies can appear, but only in rooms that are not powered. So when we open this door, we know that no random enemies are going to spawn in this room because it's powered. Alright, we got 9 more dust. Oh, and it's a self-powered room. So you get little random effects from some of these rooms. So this room's turning itself on, so it's going to keep the monsters out, but we don't have to spend the dust to do that. Sweet. Alright, let's kick open another door here. Oh, more dust. Oh, and an endless crystal. So now we can use this. Well, first off, let's power it up. Let's see what we got here. Viral injector, subblaster, mechanical pad. Wow, this is a rather lackluster. Ooh, and I don't really like any of these. Now you can use what's available to you is random, and you can use research points to re-roll that, but that you don't actually get any benefit other than a new set of choices. So, I might go with the viral injector. If I even spend science on this floor, I might not. I might go for, you know what, I think I might prioritize food. Let's leave science to the next floor. Alright, so one more turn I should have enough for another generator. I think I'm going to make a food replicator so I can start leveling my people up. Like I said, all my rooms are still powered, so no random spawns, other than you can get random people in the door you just opened, but no one's going to spawn behind us. Oh, a merchant! Alright, again, random effects. Let's power this room up, talk to the merchant. Let's see, a spare magazine, -1 wit, higher attack power. That would be good for Gork, but I don't want to spend my. He buys and sells in production, and production's kind of precious right now. So I'm not gonna hit him up for his wares. I am, however, going to build a food replicator over here, and now my food production per turn is higher. Now this is just a floor, and eventually we're going to be leaving the floor, and eventually we're going to be leaving all this behind. So you need to balance what you don't build and thus keep in the form of resources versus what you do build in order to gain benefit from a particular floor. Alright, looks like Gork can level up here, so we're going to level him up, make him a bit beefier. And let's kick open another door. I meant to do that with both of them. Alright, got some aliens here, but 2 of them can take it. Now you'll notice they were taking a little damage, but at the end of the round, whoop, they're both back to full. Every time you clear all the monsters in a particular wave, everyone heals back to full for free. You don't need to spend the food. The only time you spend food for healing is when you need to do an emergency heal, like when they're about to die and you don't want them to die and you want to give them a little extra health in the middle of combat. So yeah. Alright, we can power this room up again just to keep enemies from spawning behind us. Let's keep exploring. We're looking for the exit. Every level has an exit. And this isn't one of them, but it's another self-powered room. Wow, I am getting very lucky. You see, there is a very strong random element to this game. Sometimes you might get in there and get, lots of good stuff like self-powered rooms and dust drops, and sometimes you'll get nothing but enemies and crappy events and whatnot. But that being said, there is a modicum of skill and strategy involved with this game. It's got that nice mix between randomness, keeping every game fresh, and skill, rewarding you for good gameplay choices. Alright, looks like we have reached the end of this hallway. Some dust and some monsters, that's fine. These 2 can take there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, I'm getting my resources up there. Do I have another majors? I do. The merchant dude's sitting on it, but I think I can still build it even if he's sitting on it. I'll make my science creator on there once I get enough industry. Or, you know what, I might even just double down on industry so I can take extra production to the next floor. Well, here, let me power that up so I don't get people spawning behind me. And now this is a nice little choke point. Alright, so we're just going to go barging in here. Yep, more monsters, but again, 2 of them can handle it. The first floor monsters are very easy. Oop, one slipped by. I'm going to try and get my crystal. Also, if monsters start gnawing on your crystal, you start losing dust. That's how you actually lose dust. You also don't take the dust with you. You take everything else with you, but you can't take the dust with you. So you start back at a low amount of dust at the beginning of each floor. But you still don't want them to gnaw on your crystal, because if the crystal breaks, then game over. Game over. Doesn't matter if your people are still alive. Alright, we still have enough to power another room, so let's keep on going on here. Alright, more dudes. There we go. Now, it looks like because their levels are green here, we can level them both up again, or one of them up anyway. Now, I could grab Nurse Dina Ratchet, level her up, but you know what? I think I'm going to give Gork another level here because he gets a new passive skill in addition to a bunch of stats. And his passive skill, plus 0.02 food by killed monsters. So every time he kills a monster, we get a little tiny bit of food. I guess he decides to eat them. But that's fine. That's fine. All right, now here's the game's strategic element. So we've got 65 dust, and we've got a bunch of rooms here, but we don't have enough dust to power all of our rooms. So the decision comes down to what room do you leave unpowered. Now, an unpowered room can have monsters spawn in it, but you're going to have to deal with that because, again, you're not always going to have enough dust to power all the rooms. Only because of those self-powered rooms and all those dust drops have I been able to keep every room powered so far. So we're going to keep this one dark for the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Gork in here because this is sort of a choke point to our crystal. We obviously don't want the guys getting to our crystal. So if they spawn here, they're going to come here, but they're going to run into Gork, and Gork's going to gun them down. Meanwhile, Nurse Dina Ratchet's going to pop up, open another door. And if we get more hostiles here, we'll retreat back into the room and let Gork handle them. Like that. So we're going to run back here. All right, there we go. Do I want to do an industry generator? I've opened quite a few doors on this floor. If I built another generator, it probably wouldn't pay for itself by now. So you know what? Let me go check the merchant here. Let's see what other things here. We got Team Spirit, extra defense. That would actually be good on Gork. Dehydrated extenders, HP max, or the higher. You know what? I think I'm going to spring for the HR manual. I think I'm going to buy that and give it to Gork. So now that gives him, in addition to 5 higher defense, it gives him a new ability, Team Spirit. He gets more defense if not alone in the room, and a lot more attack power if he's not alone in the room. So whenever we fight, I'm always going to want to make sure that Nurse Dina Ratchet here is always in the room with him, so that way he gets his bonuses and they fight together. There are other characters that get bonuses when they fight alone, but I like playing these two as a team. Alright, we're going to pop open another door. So this room is dark too, so we got 2 rooms that could spawn guys. Aha, 2 waves incoming, so both of our dark rooms are popping out enemies. So we're going to retreat back here. And I'm going to cue his Psycho Killer temporary skill so he can do a little bit more killing here. There we go. Now that's on cooldown, so I have to open 2 more doors before he can do that, and that gives him even more attack power. And also a little more speed, although I wasn't having him move around. So see, that's what I'm talking about. You're going to have to deal with these waves. Now, another way you can help deal with these waves is through these minor modules. These are where you can put down your defenses. So if we put this prisoner prod down here, this is a little cannon that when a monster wanders into this room, will start shooting at them. So this is where you get into the tower defense aspect of the game. Heck, I could put cannons down on here or over here, or anywhere you have these little minor things. You don't even have to have a hero in the room. The cannons will take shots at any monsters that enter the room. Now, deciding how to spend your industry and what things to cannon up is part of the strategy of this game. All right, we're going to crack open another door here, and that's the last door of the dungeon. And, yep, there's the exit. All right, do we get any monster spawns? Nope. Nope, no monster spawns. Okay, so now comes the fun time of the level. So every level, there's no boss per se, but there is some interesting things. So now your dust, you can retract, you can depower rooms and transfer the power to somewhere else. Yeah, I think I'll go over here. I do want to keep that room powered so I can get one more wave of production from it. Alright, now Gork. Gork is really slow. Really slow. As you can see how slowly he moves. I'm going to move him up to the exit. But that's not... you don't just go to the exit. You can't leave without your crystal. So we actually have to have somebody go down here. Is there anything that I wanted to? No. Yeah, I was going to research. I'm going to save my research for the next floor. You actually have to pick up your crystal and run it to the exit. But there's a twist with that. I'll show you in just a moment. I got the crystal! Let's sneak it out! As you can tell, she's the type of person that speaks in all caps. So, I have the game paused here. Now here's the thing. The person carrying the crystal moves really slowly. Ooh, they got there much faster than I thought they would. I might need to have Gork come down and lend a hand. Yeah, because they're going to come after her. And enemies keep spawning. As long as we make it to there alive. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, she's there. Come on, come on, come on! Yeah! Phew! Okay, that was, I almost died on the first floor. As you can see, things do not always go as planned. Whew. Luckily, she heals up in between floors here. So we get these little cutscenes on the elevators here, and yes, there are 13 floors, and every floor gets harder. So that gives you an idea of what we're looking at here. I thought dinner with the in-laws was long and painful. Yeah. All right, but we keep all of our resources other than the dust and get to take it to the next floor. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was a look at Dungeon of the Endless. So let me know in the comments if you want to see a full Let's Play of this series. If you're interested in it, I'd be more than happy to, because I freaking love this game. If you like this video and want to see more like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as before, leave me a comment. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya!